Hello, movie lovers! Bob for Bob's movie review here, and today I'm bringing you guys your new Blu-ray DVD shopping guide, reviews, and giveaway for Tuesday, October 15th, 2019. Be sure to click subscribe and click on the bell icon to be notified whenever I upload great new content. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to show it some love and give it a like rating. So we're almost to Halloween, guys. I was hoping to have my Halloween video up by now. It just hasn't happened. I'm going to be doing a special video for Halloween, hopefully sometime this week, so be sure to look out for that. So right here from the beginning, guys, I'm going to be giving away a copy of the Addams Family and Addams Family Value 2-pack on Blu-ray. I haven't really been out in a while to the stores, but I've seen a lot of people on Instagram saying this one, is a little bit tough to find. I'm going to be giving away a copy of this on my Instagram, and there's a link in the description to my Instagram. Go on there and you can get all the details on how to enter. I'll pick a winner Wednesday. We'll say Wednesday night. I'll pick a winner for that. So I would actually call this a pretty good week, guys. It's not a ton of releases, but there is some good quality stuff to check out this week. Remember, you can find affiliate links to purchase all these movies down in the description below. So let's get right into it, guys. First up, we have Crawl. Now, this one is releasing on a Blu-ray, DVD, and digital. Amazon and Walmart, $22.96. Best Buy and Target, $22.99. It's also releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Walmart, $17.96. Target, $17.99. And Best Buy, $22.99. Now, Paramount Pictures did send me over a copy for review, and the trailer for this one, I could see, it looked kind of cool, but I was real iffy for sure on this one. So it's about a girl who is, she lives in Florida, and there's a hurricane coming, and her sister calls, and she can't get a hold of their dad, and the town's being evacuated, and so she has to go back through all these flooded streets and everything and go try to find him. And she just kind of finds all these clues, and she's it's almost like a mystery. She's trying to solve where he is. It ends up being he's in the crawl space of their house. He was trying to board up something before the hurricane got there. There ends up being these two alligators down in the crawl space, and the majority of the movie they're stuck down in that crawl space, and they're trying to escape without getting eaten. And this is kind of a creature action horror thriller. It has a lot going on, guys, but I really like this movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was really well done. Visually it looked realistic. I don't really remember any kind of real phony looking stuff. The things that happen to the people is not very believable. It's a little beyond the realm of reality. But guys, I really enjoyed this movie. I think this is one of the best movies of the week. Definitely worth checking out. I didn't show you guys the back or the inside. I did do an unboxing of this if you guys want to check out more in depth on the unboxing. But definitely check this one out, guys. I gave it a 4 out of 5. Highly recommend that one. Next up is The Haunting of Hill House, releasing on a Blu-ray. Amazon, Best Buy, and Walmart, $29.99. Target, $37.49. It's also releasing on a DVD. Amazon, Best Buy, Target, and Walmart, all $22.99. Now, this one was a Netflix series, and they did release it, or they're going to release it on physical media, which is cool. Paramount Pictures did send me over a copy for review. You can see right there on the back, it does say Netflix. I didn't unbox this one. You got your episode guide actually printed on the discs, and then you do have an episode guide here on the cover behind there as well. Interesting about this one, it does have 3 extended episodes and 4 director commentaries. It says here, too close to a work of genius, really, Stephen King. Now, after watching this, it kind of makes sense that Stephen King would like it. So it's this kind of horror thriller. What was the runtime on this? I know it was about 10 hours, I think. 569 minutes, so yeah, pretty close to 10 hours on that one. It's 10 episodes, and since it's a Netflix, they're not exactly the same, anywhere from 40 to an hour and 5 minutes. And it's about this family who lived in this house called the Hill House. And the thing that kind of I disliked about this is that they jump around in time constantly. And I don't know if this is like to extend the runtime or why this has become such a popular thing to do, but it makes for a super confusing story. But so what happens is, and you know what, this kind of reminds me of like the miniseries It, where you have almost two stories running concurrently, where they're adults, but they're also remembering, or we're also seeing the story of their childhood, and it keeps flashing back and forth. And they lived in this house, and their mom died, and they kind of weren't sure if it was a suicide or her dad killed her or what. And now they're adults and they're kind of all messed up. And their one sister commits suicide, and the whole family has to get back together for her funeral. And they're kind of just reliving all this stuff that happened, all this kind of supernatural stuff. And there's some really good scares in this one. Super creepy story. I mean, I really like the story, and I really like the characters, and I really like where they were going with this. But like I say, it's just so confusing to the point of where you're not even sure exactly what the story is in this whole time jumping back and forth, and just very confusing overall. But I really enjoyed this one, guys. I thought it was a lot of fun. Like I said, there's some good scares, a good story. They're actually going to make another one. I don't know exactly what it's supposed to be, but there's going to be another series coming next year to Netflix. But definitely check this one out, guys. Maybe you guys could follow it a little better than me. Maybe a second watching would help. But there's just so many things that I don't feel like they really explained. And they even kind of like in the final episode, they're almost rehashing like what happened. But to me, I was still just like, I don't get it, you know? And that was another thing too. They kind of relive the same scenes over and over, but from different points of view. And to me, at the end, I was kind of left wondering if there was something supernatural or if these people were crazy. And I'm not 100% sure that they really answered that question. But definitely interesting, guys. I also gave this a 4 out of 5. It's a good quality show. It's not super long, like I said, just a little less than 10 hours, but a cool series to check out if you don't mind the time jumps quite so much. I think I said already, I gave this one a 4 out of 5. Next up is Night Hunter. This one's releasing on a Blu-ray and digital. Amazon and Walmart $14.96, Best Buy and Target $14.99. It's also releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Walmart $12.96, Best Buy and Target $13.99. Now, Paramount Pictures did send me over a copy of this one for review. Here's a quick look at it. I didn't do an unboxing of this one. I didn't think it was going to be something super popular. It's just a Blu-ray, plain blue, from Paramount like usual. This one does have Henry Cavill and Alexandra Daddario and Ben Kingsley and Stanley Tucci. But so this one's about this guy, Ben Kingsley. He's got this girl. I can't remember if they said how they met, but she's a younger girl and he's, obviously an older guy, and they're kind of trying to bait these online predators. And I'm not gonna get into what they do, but basically they they get them to meet them. And Henry Cavill is like a cop, and he's trying to find this serial killer, and their stories kind of become intertwined. Alexandra Daddario is also a cop. She works the cyber crime unit or whatever. And so there's a serial killer like abducting these women, and then he like locks them up in his basement. I don't know if they really got into, or they knew like how long he would keep them, or what exactly was going on, but eventually, he would kill them, I guess. And so they end up finding this guy, and there's this whole kind of thing about like, is this like, I kind of was thinking like, maybe it's not really the guy, maybe he was somehow part of it, but it wasn't the guy. And it's kind of a mystery. And the only complaint I have about this one is they really underutilized Henry Cavill. I mean, he used to be Superman, and he doesn't do like anything physical in this one. There's no kind of like fighting or anything like that. I would have liked to see him do something a little more physical, just because you kind of expect it. But I really enjoyed this movie, guys. It was a good thriller mystery kind of thing, serial killer, and I thought the performances were great. I think that other guy is Stanley Tucci. Is that the other guy? No, I don't know what the other guy's name is. But I definitely like the guy who played the killer or whatever. But cool movie, guys, for sure. Check this one out. I give this one a 4 out of 5. Next up is 3 from Hell. This one's releasing on a 4K Blu-ray and digital, Amazon and Walmart 1996, Best Buy 1999, and Target no listing. It's also releasing on a Blu-ray, DVD, and digital, Amazon and Walmart 1796, Best Buy 1799, Target 1999. And then finally, guys, it will be releasing on a DVD, Amazon and Walmart 1496, Target 1499, and Best Buy no listing. Now, Lionsgate did send me over a copy for review. Before I review it, though, I just want to say I never saw The Devil's Rejects. I've seen House of a Thousand Corpses a few times, and maybe if I had seen The Devil's Rejects, it would have put my expectations a little more in line on this one. So here's a look at it. As you can see, it's this guy is kind of a different guy because Captain Spaulding isn't in it too much. I don't know, did I show the back? And the discs have the cover art in there. So in this one, I guess it gives, my friend was telling me it's a short recap of what happens at the end of 2, but basically they all get arrested and they all get shot like a million times but survive. And Captain Spaulding ends up being put to death or whatever in prison. And I don't know if that's like from Devil's Rejects or if that's new. I'm not really sure. But the other 2 escape. And this to me is like the main horror section of the movie. Like, I would not call this movie a horror movie, unfortunately. They kind of hold these people captive and they're kind of crazy and they're like killing everybody and they acting all crazy and they don't care about anything. And that kind of like reminded me of that kind of reminded me of House of a Thousand Corpses, and they just didn't really care and they'd kill anybody over anything. But then after that, they just kind of seemed content to go on vacation to Mexico, and they're just down there like drinking and messing with the locals and not really killing anybody or doing anything. And I was just like, all right, is this a horror movie? And then these basically they kill Danny Trejo, and I guess I didn't know, but he was in the first 2, and I'm not sure what significance he had, but his son comes to kill them, and he's like some Mexican gang or drug cartel, or I'm not sure if they really said exactly what it was, but everybody's all scared of him. And you know, I mean, I'm not trying to say in any way that this was a bad movie, but I'd call it more of an action movie than a horror movie. It definitely wasn't really at all what I was expecting. You know, supposedly being a sequel to House of a Thousand Corpses. You know, just to, like I said, maybe if I had seen The Devil's Rejects, I would have got it more. But I thought this movie was okay, guys. I gave it a 3 out of 5. I still like the characters, and I mean, when they kind of get in this thing with the gang, it's fun to watch, but it's more of an action than a horror. Next up is The Lingering, releasing on a Blu-ray. Amazon and Walmart $17.30, Best Buy $17.99, Target $19.89, and it's also releasing on a DVD, Amazon and Walmart $12.96, Best Buy $14.99, and Target $16.59. Now, Well Go USA did send me over a copy for review, and this one's in Cantonese, I believe it is. Yeah, Cantonese. I'm not positive where Cantonese is spoke without looking it up. It's upside down, but there's the disc. Has the guy's face on it. And this one, to me, too, it was just a little uneven. The movie starts out, you know, as being a real horror movie, and I would have liked to see the movie continue that way. So this young boy and his mom are in their house on New Year's, and they're waiting for the dad to get home, and he's not coming home or whatever. And then like all this really weird stuff happens, and there's like kind of like a spirit in the house. And so they kind of like lock themselves in the closet, and then we just kind of fast forward to now he's all grown up and he lives in the city and he's got his own restaurant, and he's trying to his whole goal in life is to become rich and famous, and he's just kind of trying to expand his restaurant operation. And this is a long portion of the movie, and it's kind of more of a drama in this section. And then he gets a call that a woman was found in the lake, and they think it might be his mom, and they want him to come identify the body. And when he comes back to the house, it becomes more of a horror again, although I really have to question whether this part really makes any sense. I'm not going to give it away, but I just feel like it didn't make a lot of sense. And then it gets really sad at the end. And so it just felt like a lot of this movie wasn't horror. And I was definitely expecting it to just be a full-on horror movie. I think it was an okay movie, guys. I would have liked for the entire movie to be more about the house and the spirits and all this stuff. And like I say, I'm not 100% sure this one made sense. So I gave this one a 3 out of 5. It's definitely one to check out. Next up is Ultraman, the complete series. This one's going to release on a Blu-ray and digital combo pack. Amazon and Walmart $21.72, Best Buy $22.99, and Target $23.99. It's also going to release on a Steelbook, which will include Blu-ray and digital. Amazon, Best Buy, and Walmart $24.99. Target $33.49. Now, Mill Creek Entertainment did send me over a copy for review, and I did post a full unboxing of this, so I'm not going to go through too much. It does have a slipcover, and it does have a book about the show. This is actually series 2. I think this one's from '67. Has a 16-hour runtime, and if you guys are into like the old school Japanese Godzilla and whatnot, it's probably gonna be right up your alley. So this one's in color, and it's about this some kind of fictitious military group, and this alien comes down chasing this other alien, and he accidentally kills this guy, and so he like gives him his life, and so whenever he wants to, he can become Ultraman, and he's kind of this giant humanoid being who can defeat these monsters. And so they kind of have all these monsters and aliens and stuff that come and attack, and they got to fight them off. It's very interesting. It's kind of crude, obviously, compared to today's standards, but I really liked a lot of stuff they were doing. They really went the extra mile to sell. They did a lot of models in this one, and they really went the extra mile to sell it. I think for being in the 60s, it's really kind of way ahead of its time. And the Blu-ray looks really good. I'm very surprised at how good this looks. It's a fun show. I think they're like 30-minute episodes. Definitely want to check out. The Steelbook is cool. I give this a 3.5 out of 5. Next up is Ultra Q. I did these a little out of order, sorry guys. It's releasing on a Blu-ray and digital. Amazon and Walmart $21.72, Best Buy $22.99, and Walmart $23.99. It's also releasing on a Steelbook, which include Blu-ray and digital. Amazon, Best Buy, and Walmart $24.99, Target $33.49. And Mill Creek Entertainment did send me over a copy of this for review as well. Same deal. You got a Steelbook with a slipcover and a book. And this is series 1, so this actually took place before Ultraman. I'm not sure if they're really related, like the story, if it's related, or I'm not sure why one series 1 and one series 2. But this one obviously took place just before it. It only has a 12-hour runtime, and this one is black and white. And again, I was very shocked at the video quality of this. I mean, it is black and white, but it's super clear picture. It looked really great to me. But again, if you guys are into the classic Japanese Godzilla, right up your alley, I give this one a 3.5 out of 5. Next up is Drone, releasing on DVD. Amazon and Walmart $12.96, Best Buy $13.99, and Target $14.89. Now, Lionsgate did send me over a copy for review. Had to laugh a little bit right here. It's from the director of Zombievers. I did review that one before too. If you guys want to check that out, just search for Zombievers on my channel. Your remote has no control. So I got to check this one out, guys. So it's a little strange, and I don't believe they're trying to be 100% serious with this. It's a little lighthearted. The music was very interesting, but they almost kind of had it going in a comical sense with the music. And what happens is there's this guy who's kind of like stalking these women and abducting them and killing them. And what he would do is he'd use this drone to kind of like track them, and he'd watch them through their windows with the drone and all this creepy stuff. And he ends up getting caught, and like this part is kind of ridiculous, but he just starts like talking in binary, and the next thing you know, he's like in the drone, and then he's controlling the drone. But this guy finds it, and the drone is like still like stalking women, and he's like trying to get the guy arrested, and like controlling computers and TVs and doing all this just kind of crazy stuff. It was a really fun movie. Like I say, I think it was supposed to be like a little comedic, like maybe like a horror comedy, but it's definitely a fun movie. Definitely check this one out for sure, guys. I give this one a 3.5 out of 5. Like I say, it was a lot of fun. Just a kind of a silly serial killer movie, that's all. Next up is Haunt, releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Walmart $14.96, Best Buy $17.99, and Target $19.69. Now, I did review this one already. If you guys want to check out my review, just search for Haunt on my channel. I did buy a copy from Amazon, I think, but it won't be here until Tuesday. I love this movie, guys. It is about this extreme haunted house, or maybe it wasn't extreme, just like a haunted house. And these kids just kind of randomly stumble upon it, but there's something a lot more sinister going on. I loved it. Next up is Stuber. This one's releasing on a 4K Blu-ray and digital. Amazon and Walmart $24.96, Best Buy $24.99, Target $32.99. It's also releasing on a Blu-ray and digital. Amazon and Walmart $19.96, Best Buy and Target $19.99. And then finally, guys, it will be releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Walmart $14.96, Best Buy and Target $14.99. Now, Fox did send me over a digital copy to check this one out and share my opinion with you guys. Now, this one has Dave Bautista as a cop, and he has to get LASIK surgery, and and so he's like blind for the rest of the day. But then he gets a call about this case, and so he decides to try to go. And he can't see, and he's like driving, and he's like going down the street, and he's like, get out of the way, and there's like nobody there, and he's running over trees. And I would say a lot of the comedy really is related to the fact that he can't see anything. So he ends up calling an Uber to drive him around all day. And he meets this guy, and his name is Stu, and his coworker, his other job, calls him Stuber because he's Stu and he drives an Uber. And so basically he has the guy driving him around to all these super dangerous situations. And the guy, he just wants to get home because his friend who he's in love with is like all depressed, and she wants him to come comfort her, if you know what I mean. But so he just keeps like trying to get home, and he won't let him, and he keeps threatening him. And I thought this movie was hilarious, guys. I didn't find the story to be anything super new or different, but I thought this movie was hilarious. They had this kind of awkward chemistry, but yet it was hilarious, and I thought this movie was so much fun, guys. It was definitely one of my favorites of the week. Batista was great. I'm not sure the other guy's name, sorry, but he was great as well. And they just kind of had this fun buddy cop kind of feeling to it, and I would definitely recommend checking this one out, guys. I gave it a 4 out of 5. Next up is Hellboy, the original Hellboy, releasing on a 4K Blu-ray and digital. Amazon and Walmart $19.96, Best Buy $19.99, and Target no listing. Best Buy is also going to have a 4K Steelbook, which includes 4K Blu-ray and digital, for $24.99. Now, I was a little confused because they showed the same artwork, so I'm not sure if I've seen the same artwork on a regular version and a Steelbook. It could be, but just so you know, I can't guarantee the artwork's on the covers there. Next up, Scarface is releasing on a 4K Blu-ray and digital. Amazon and Walmart $17.96, Best Buy $17.99, Target $23.99. And next up, American Gangster will be releasing on a 4K Blu-ray and digital. Amazon and Walmart $17.96, Best Buy $22.99, and Target $23.99. Next up is Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans, releasing on a Blu-ray. Amazon, Best Buy, and Walmart $17.99, Target $19.99, and then also be releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Walmart $12.96, Best Buy and Target $14.99. Next up, One Night in October will be releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Walmart $13.65, Best Buy $13.99, and Target $14.59. Definitely want to check this one out, guys. It looks very interesting. I do have the trailer up on my website if you guys want to check that out. Next up is Devil's Revenge, releasing on a Blu-ray and Soudntrack. Amazon and Walmart $19.98, Best Buy $19.99, Target $21.99. It's also releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Best Buy $13.99, Target $14.59, and Walmart no listing. Next up, Already Gone is releasing on a Blu-ray. Amazon and Best Buy $14.99, Walmart $15.41, and Target $16.59. It's also releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Best Buy $11.99, Walmart $12.54, and Target $13.29. Next up is The Art of Self-Defense, releasing on a Blu-ray and digital. Amazon and Walmart $19.96, Best Buy $19.99, and Target $26.49. And it's also releasing on a DVD. Amazon Target and Walmart $16.99, Best Buy $17.99. Next up is Eternal Code, releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Walmart $13.65, Best Buy $13.99, Target $14.59. Last up this week, guys, is Deadly Reunion, releasing on a DVD. Amazon $13.65, Best Buy $13.99, Target $14.59, and Walmart no listing. So that is it for this week, guys. I don't have any previous releases to review for you guys. I didn't have time to catch up on anything. There's a lot to watch this week. I do have a lot of titles coming to you guys next week as well. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I would love to hear if you guys have seen any of these movies, what you thought of them. If you guys are picking anything up, what are you guys picking up? If you did enjoy the video, though, be sure to give it a like rating. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos. Check out suggested videos. Check out my website, BobsMovieReview.com. And I'll see you guys next time.